Hi, my friends. Notice anything different? I got a backdrop, which is pretty much a glorified tablecloth. I bought myself a photography recording backdrop. And I did so because my camera had a hard time focusing. Now, apparently, even though I have a blank backdrop, my camera's still having a hard time focusing. That might be a lighting issue. It is on autofocus, so. But the cool thing about all of this is that I tested my sounds. Now, my output sounds not on mono, and I listened via headphones, and the sound sounds equal on both sides. But if you're listening going, please let me know, hey, no, your voice is still heavy on the left side versus the right. So please let me know that, because from what I'm listening to, it sounds fine. I have, again, was self-aware, very aware now, okay, my microphone is not dual-sided, it's one side, so that's facing towards me right now. So as of right now, everything is pretty good, it's pretty set up. See, now my camera's going out of focus even if I shift. So actually this backdrop might be a little detrimental. But I wanted something kind of, the white, maybe just the lighting in my room, but the white wall when I was in New York was really helpful, and I thought, well, that was it. But no, it's just a lighting issue. So I'm going to have to play around with lighting and how I do lighting, because I'm pretty dark right now. And that was my mom texting me. And yeah, so there's definitely some experimenting going to be happening moving forward in terms of lighting in my room. Let me try something real quick. Okay, that helped a little bit actually, because that was that's such a generic lamp light I have over here. So I might put that on. So I gotta play with the lighting on my face. So there's still some experimenting in terms of lighting going on, but the sound issue should be fixed now that's plugged into my desktop and not into my laptop. And the microphone's not gonna move, it's gonna stay where it is. And we're gonna try to be much better at kind of, taking the USB drive out. Anyway, that being said, that was just kind of what I want to talk about. I know there's a lot of things that are late today as well as Thursday. We're supposed to start in HBK Euphonium. I'm behind on the last 2 episodes of Superman Lois. I'm behind on Stargirl. Basically, I thought I was going to be fine, and then between just packing and other stuff, I was like, nope, can't get anything done. So, a lot of catch-up, unsurprisingly, this August, and then I'm hoping by the time September hits, we'll be all caught up and good to go. And I'll have a better idea of what my more consistent schedule will look like. Anything else to say? No, that's it. So yeah, we're about to dive into episode 4 of Mob Psycho 100. I'm really, really loving this anime. It is so creative and fun and exciting, and I just really, really enjoy it. So I cannot wait to dive into that. Also, the cool part is now my setup will have my laptop here, so I can record episode footage at the same time, which means the editing process gets cut down quite a bit, unless there's some weird glitchy issues, which is fantastic. Is there anything else to say? No, that's it. I'm just really excited to be, finish diving into this anime. I haven't found the 3rd disc of Wonder Woman yet. I haven't really looked for it, so I might have to just find another way for this episode footage, or I just might have to go screw it, I'm sorry, I can't watch these 6 episodes, we'll just watch the last CD, because I really want to dive into Cleopatra 2525, and I really want to get into Superman, Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, but we've been dragging out Wonder Woman forever and a day, so basically August and September are get organized months, and I also have a lot of things I have to do too, because I'm pretty much all my requirements are done for grad school. I just have to organize it and then apply in January, which is pretty scary but also very exciting. Anything else to say? No. I'm also hoping to get a little bit more creative with my thumbnails, make them pop a little bit more. My thumbnails are kind of hecka boring. So, consistent but boring. So I'm hoping to maybe the thumbnails will, basically I'm hoping to do some more experimenting with lighting and thumbnails and stuff like that for the channel moving forward. Something a bit more consistent and poppy. Anything else to say? No, that's it. This week is catch-up week. Lots of cleaning in the house, lots of calling and paperwork stuff, and lots of recording. But there's really nothing else to add. Without further ado, let's dive right in. Oh, wait, sorry. Anime. If you're new to the channel, hi, how are you? I've taken a page out of Tia Boo's book. So with anime, I watch straight through. Now, for Mob Psycho 100, there is a halfway point, so I tend to pause at the halfway point when that takes place, a little hand gesture thingy. So I will pause during that. I don't have a countdown timer during that part, but I do have a countdown timer leading up to the episode itself. Now, if you want to see the short version, there's a link below. Go free to click on that. One more thing to add before that countdown timer clicks in for those of you who have to follow along. I know that for some reason, every single One Punch Man video on BitChute was blocked. So I'm going to see if I can try to re-upload them during September and see if I can get that fixed. And if for some reason they still get blocked, I'm going to have to look for another website. I really don't want to, but if I have to, I'm going to have to. That's going to be so tedious, but we do what we can. So without further ado, countdown timer for those of you who have to follow along. You can't miss it. Now let's dive in. Okay. Loud, loud, loud. Loud, loud. Okay, so these are gangs from the middle school that Mob goes to. I gotta readjust like where the camera is and stuff. This is so weird. Dang. Oh, and then he beat their butt. So he's from a different school. Black Vinegar Middle School. Teru. I'm the main character in this world. Oh, okay, fine. Oh, this lighting issue is driving me nuts. For some of you who are watching this, go like, wait a minute, this is really weird. For like, who just started watching my channel while I was still in New York. I'm back home in my home state, which is why everything shifted. But also you might be wondering, why is your laptop in the camera thing? Well, first of all, so I can see. And second of all, I don't have to do anything stupid to make sure that the footage is lined up. I just have to look at the footage that's in my, camera. So that way, we have our Slimer character, and then there's that guy. Anyway, it just basically helps me kind of line things up. But, of course, hey, it's pretty good. Maybe. Now, apparently, we're going through some major camera issues here, which is really just your camera. Apparently, my camera doesn't like being in focus if I'm a certain distance away, which I feel like makes sense. And now it's glitching like heck. I'm not even paying attention to the intro. This intro is amazing. I love this intro. This could be interesting. Idiots only event. Kin. That's his name, right? Kin. I'm not thinking. She. He's got little, like, things on his back. Oh yes, this is Dimple, the ghost who is the head of that group. That's rude. So he wants fame. He wants to be liked. So he wants to possess somebody who has that. But he's dead, so he can't really get that. Oh, yep, there we go. There's a cult leader for you. I realized last episode I was a little too harsh on, like, cult followers. Because most of them, yeah. But most of them were looking for meaning and hope and all the good stuff that's in, like, the good religions. And it's the leaders in the end who really are the manipulative creatures. And sometimes they're really, like, out of their minds, where they actually think that they're God or Jesus or something. In this case, it's just a ghost who doesn't want to be a ghost anymore. So he wants to possess him because he's so powerful. The brother can't see ghosts. Should go. Brother only. Well, we're getting things from Dimple's point of view. I like how he's almost like well, he is disembodied, but a disembodied probably a bit of a disappointment. But I like he's disembodied, but I like how he's a disembodied narrator. Alright, and here's our reporter girl. So they're only a couple years apart. He's in his last year of middle school. Little brother's first year of middle school. Ooh. Very protective brother, which is really sweet. Mom has a really nice family, which is nice. Photoshop. It takes him 2 hours to Photoshop that. Can't you hit undo? Yeah, but Dimple knows he's not a real psychic. So he is an utter fake. Mm-hmm. Of course he's lying. Interesting little poster there. Hmm. Oh no, looking for our God. Oh, so they've and kind of unsurprisingly, they went from one cult and they're trying to start another, trying to preserve what they had. And we've seen that happen with other cults recently. I'll mention it in the halfway point. I love the Mom McDonald thing. Ooh, little brother is hecka protective of big brother. Yeah, cut out, sister. Hot. So his brother is literally the opposite of him. I guess he's good looking. Oh, it's the hair, probably. It's hard to tell in this anime. No, they're not. Not quite. It's the standard of my world. And he realized that wasn't the standard. Oh, so he also wants psychic powers. Charisma, my foot. It's funny. He wants what his brother... okay, unsurprising. He wants what his brother has. His brother wants what he has. Grass is always greener, y'all. I mean, it isn't always greener, but it's perceived as greener. And he's part of student council. So he's popular, well-liked, and has a little bit of authority as a student. Like, again, he's just a screen booger. When booger means dimples, yeah, that's what he means. That's why he's like complaining. He wants muscles. I love this style of like derp face to serious face. And it's vice versa. He envies him. No, he sucks at it. He's so frustrated. You would, but not a good one. Are these guys supposed to be middle school? They're huge! Strengthening month? I like this club a lot. They're cool guys. Say no to violence. I kid you not, some of the strongest, most muscular men in the world are, kind of gentle spirits. Oh, did it go up? It didn't really go up. Are we halfway now? We are. Me. Alright. Okay, hand point. Stop. Alright, halfway point. Alright, let's wrap our brain around things. Okay. Little bro. Jealous. Wants psychic powers too because he thinks they're so cool. He wants to be like Big Bro. Big Bro kind of wants what Little Bro has. With popularity, social awareness, other stuff. Pretty cool. He also wants muscles. Also, these guys are huge for middle schoolers. If they're third years, I know they're supposed to be like 15 years old. Or 14. Yeah, 14 and 15 years old. But they're huge! And maybe they just look huge because everyone else around them is like their age. But they're gigantic. Oh my gosh. They look like adults. Though it's not very typical, but sometimes you do. I did know a couple of guys in high school who looked like they were 30 because they could just grow facial hair and they were just tall enough they could come across. They didn't have that kind of small teenage body. Most of them were overweight too, which kind of added to that. But these guys are huge. But I do love the Body Improvement Club. I think they're probably really sweet guys. And they probably and most guys who are also body improvement, like the top of the top in terms, they're also like not only about body improvement but like mind improvement and they also have other talents, so they're kind of really for kind of the holistic thing of like body, soul, and mind kind of thing, which is it's usually the top competitors are, which is pretty cool to kind of see. But they are in a lot of ways kind of like gentle spirits or soft spoken. Some of them can be really intense, but they're intense when they're training, or they're intense when they're competing. But outside of the gym, they're pretty chill guys, which is cool to see. They're not, I guess, the atypical definition of the meatheads, yeah. But so we're halfway through the episode. We've been introduced to kind of the blonde guy who thinks he's the main character, of the whole world. And then you've got, I keep wanting to call him Booger now, but Dimples, who really wants Mob's powers. He probably wants to possess him, but it's gonna be really hard because Mob is like top level Esper right there. So it's gonna be very difficult to try to do that. It would take something probably maybe more powerful than Dimples to possess him. Oh, this lighting. Oh, my cup's in the camera. Alright. I am sorry about this lighting. Lighting is gonna be a kind of it's gonna be a mixed bag of cats is not, that's not a phrase. That's not at all. It's gonna be kind of hit or miss for a little while until I can get consistency. I might have to succumb to internal pressure and get a vanity light just for my face, because everything else is kind of all over the place. I didn't want to, but I might have to. This kind of sucks. Anyway, let's keep going. Pressing play. Yeah. She's pretty. Ooh, so it's a storm today. See, he's totally cool with the cool hair and the tie not quite up all the way. That's a... Yeah, that's not really where... Oh, this is so cute and so actually like important to school, because oh, come on, man, don't beat up your own gang. Dude, you beat up your friend. But it's funny how they were arguing about words, because like, yep, that's true to high school. You cannot take a moment when you're like, wait a minute, that's not a real word. Go back and forth. Abhor. I think they meant... Oh, it's probably our, it's definitely a lie. Oh, his little ghost image. It's so cute. Man, that guy is really bad with words. He must have like a learning disability. Spends too much time fighting than learning. Poor little Mob. It's funny how he says like only guys have handwriting that bad. Y'all haven't seen my handwriting. I'm not even looking at the camera. Nope. Dude, you guys are following idiots. He's so simple. Ooh. Oh, I see. So he's trying to use it, mob, as bait. And so his little gang is trying to fight. Basically, they're trying to have it set up so that way mob as the bait, so the Buy Improvement Club will beat up this big middle school gang. I like how some people call him Mob. His brother calls him Nissan, and he gets to call him Shigeo. It's really cute. Like, you, dude, what's wrong with you? You know what? Actually, that comparison is true. Shorts, shorts. This. They're here for their little buddy. Dang. They're all being used. This is kind of cool. Pathetic fallacy. Ooh, he even has like a manly name. I am assuming so. Oh my gosh, they just tied his arms. They didn't tie him to the chair. He was a llama. They're like, okay, we've got you. We're good. Well, bye-bye. Again, I love how, the grotesqueness and the, exaggeration that they have. They are so powerful. They're like, no, we're not dealing with this. This is stupid. And they have fighting skills. Like, there were some good blocks in there. Dude, hammer throw. They're all shadow leader. So he's the face and he's the shadow leader. This lighting's driving me nuts, guys. I'm sorry. Ooh. That's a mean, violent kid right there. They just wanted him to go, and of course, they're perpetuating the stupidity of this. Probably has a martial arts background. That's why he's small, but he's probably very dense. Dang, does he have powers too, or is he just like super skilled? That did pack a real punch. Is he part psychic? Is that why he's able to kind of like deal some of the damage he does? But he hides it in like physical attacks? It's not muscles. So is he an Esper too? Or is it just kind of like not pulse points. Oh, he is an Esper. This will now explain his relationship with no, okay, Mob Honey, you gotta step in now. Cause this guy's causing some damage. No, I just wasn't sending around you. He's an simple guy. Dude. 45. Oh! What in there? It would. Dang it! So I gotta find the comment again, but someone said it's paint on glass, which is really, really cool. I like that. I took a drawing class in the spring, and I didn't draw at all during the summer, so I need to get back in and, like, expand my art skills. I am taking a pottery class, though, so I can get some 3D work in. I do love this outro. And it's kind of interesting that we're focusing on Reagan for the outro. This whole style is pretty cool. It's really, really cool. I love this a lot. But I was wondering, like, if this guy, like, why is he so powerful? I was like, no, maybe he's martial arts. No, I bet he's an Esper. And I was right. It was cool. So now we're really getting to understand, like, explain, because we got this really popular guy who uses Esper abilities as a bully. And then you've got Mob, who's probably way more powerful than him. Who's simple and kind of has that dirt face. Not popular at all. But he shows an incredible amount of self-control and restraint until he can't anymore. So he kind of holds it in until he blows up. Which is not very healthy, but... the handsome Esper. Teru the handsome Esper. This is going to be quite a fight, isn't it? Dang. Also, you know, he beat up his body improvement buddies. They're very sweet guys until, you know, I don't know, beat up their little buddy. So let's talk about this episode, shall we? Well, okay, so camera issues aside. So apparently the angle of the camera, we're having some issues. Maybe I'm too far away now. Because during the summer, not only did I have a blank background, but the camera was like half the distance away from me than it is now, so maybe that's a problem. This apparently is like perfect distance for my microphone, and again, I did test out the sound. My output's not on mono. It sounded correct and even in both ears, but if it's not, please let me know. And of course, if editing, I pick up on it, I'll make a comment. But if I don't, and it sounds uneven in your ears, please let me know. I can't fix things if I can't hear them or don't notice them. But if you guys notice them, I really would appreciate it. It helps me be better. So help me be better. I adore this anime a lot. It's fun. It's funny. The art style is amazing. I love the way that the art leans into it, like being okay with being sort of like really grotesque and elongating, and those like really cool like intense anime lines that make things even more intense, and the way the face is contoured and all of that. So that's kind of it's really fun to see, because these are elements like you really can only get away with in animated shows. So the fact that one and the producers of it, I guess was Bones produced this one, that they really are having fun with it, and just basically what sensibly goes in anime is going in anime. Now, I haven't seen any 3D stuff yet, but I guess Mob Psycho came out during a time where 3D wasn't almost now typical in animation for backgrounds and objects and other things. So I haven't seen any 3D work, and I'm actually looking that I remember. But I'm actually really enjoying the fact that everything is 2D, because that's really difficult. Because everything is 2D, we are having very simple backgrounds, kind of that color differentiation we get between something that's moving at animation and something that's kind of flat, or I guess matte. So I really am enjoying this. I like the 2D, the style, the characters. Unsurprisingly, this blonde girl is doing research into Mob and trying to figure out who he is a little bit better. Though she goes to school with him, so she obviously knows who he is, but she's trying to get more information about him. We see how protective little brother is over Mob, but at the same time, he is a little jealous because he kind of wants what Mob also has. And interesting enough, the brother wants what the little brother has: popularity, social awareness, kind of all those little things that he doesn't quite click with. But it is funny because Mob is so small, and he does have that drippy little face, that he's very unnoticed. Unnoticed? Yeah. Because people don't pay attention to him. Kind of a little bit like Saitama. So this next episode is going to be a Teru versus Mob fight. We're going to see just how high level Teru is as an Esper, and how formidable he is, because even though Mob's super powerful, he doesn't have the experience Teru does in terms of being more on the attack than the defense. But also, Teru is a human, so Mob's probably going to try to show a lot of restraint and not attack him. So Mob will probably be on the defense most of the time next episode. But Teru clearly has no problems being a bully and using his powers to hurt others in order to maintain control. But he also disguised his Esper abilities within his physicality. So I don't know if it's limited to his physical, like it's limited like to him physically doing something, or he just simply disguises it like that, which makes him come across as a really powerful martial artist, but he's not, obviously. I do feel bad for the Body Improvement Club, because they are good guys, and they have just literally, they came there, they got Mob, who all he did, they tied his arm together, but shows how smart they are, because they didn't tie him to a chair. Literally, they had Mob, they were going to leave. That was it. But of course, just like Dimple said, again, in fact, he said thugs and politicians. I was like, oh, that's such a good line, especially in today's age. But that they care about image. So the fact that our muscly Body Improvement guys can just beat up a few guys who attack them first, grab Mob, and just go without a scratch on them is an insult to them. And they're like, no, you don't get to leave. You get to leave when I say you get to leave. So that ego is there. So if Dimples wanted to possess anybody, he would probably want to possess Teru, because he's good looking. He probably is. Well, he doesn't look like he comes from money, but maybe he does. He acts like he does. He's popular. He has power. He is able to control people without actually like manipulating them, like Dimples does, like hypnotizing them. But we are going to see this next episode just the major differences between somebody who's maybe really powerful but exerts an incredible amount of self-control like Mob does, versus Teru, who doesn't really have much self-control, but maybe is also more skilled in utilizing his Esper abilities. That's all I've got to say. I like this anime. I'm very excited. Side note, I miss having AC. I had no AC in my room back home. And eventually we will figure out this ridiculousness with my lighting. I might put a filter on it, so I will stick out more than the background. We'll play around with that. We're gonna play around with thumbnails and other stuff. It's gonna be a good time, a fun time, slightly frustrating time, but editing process will go down a little bit. Obviously, this reaction was late, as is the rest of the reactions that come out this Monday. Thursday reaction should be on time though. And anything else to add? Yep, we're gonna play catch up with all the stuff, live action and anime. So don't worry about it. In time, we'll get this figured out. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your enemies. I'll see you next time.